So in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down the positives and negatives and my whole experience with FTMO. I've been trading, as a lot of you know, documenting my whole journey with 100k funding, 100k account with FTMO. So I'm going to be breaking down my experience, the pros, the cons that I felt, and whether you guys should trade with FTMO. The prop firm space is crazy. There's terrible prop firms out there and there's fantastic ones. So I'm going to be breaking down everything about FTMO. So make sure if you get value, like, comment, and subscribe. So the first thing I look for when going to do a challenge with a company, with a prop firm, is longevity and credibility. And FTMO has been around, one of the longest prop firms in the space, which is why I wanted to trade with them and try a challenge with them, because I'm sure a lot of you guys might know, but if you haven't, if you're new to the channel, I traded with, was it True Forex Funds, had an account with them, and they were very credible at the time, hadn't been around as long as FTMO. And during my phase one, they went bust, so I ended up losing the account. Luckily, I hadn't got to a point where I was trading live capital with them and I wasn't, waiting a payout, which I know a lot of people were waiting, like 10k payouts, 5k payouts, and weren't able to get it because they went insolvent. So I don't want that to happen again. When you're starting doing these challenges, it's quite a bit of money, £300, £400, £500, and if you fail, you lose that. So not only if you fail, you can review and reflect on your trades and how to improve, but if the prop firm goes bust, there's nothing you could have done, which is what happened with the True Forex Funds. So with FTMO, because I know that they've been around, they were one of the first proper prop firms. They started in 2014, and they've been getting bigger and bigger ever since. So due to their credibility and their longevity in the space, they're not just coming around, for a couple of months or a couple of years. They've been at the very beginning. So that's why I wanted to go with FTMO. And I think that's one thing you need to look at. When you see these prop firms are really cheap pricing, 100k account for like £100 or £200, you have to look at the credibility of that company. I don't mind paying a bit more. I think my challenge, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was like $400 and something for a 100k account, which FTMO is a little bit more on the expensive side, but I'm happy to do that because I trust. Again, you can never be 100% sure. They could go bust tomorrow. I can't control that. I don't know. But the odds are they're going to be one of the last prop firms standing. So for me, I look for credibility, and FTMO ticks that box. Regarding my experience with FTMO, obviously you guys know I've been trading this challenge for a while, documenting week upon week, so go and check out those videos if you're interested in that as well. But in terms of my, the support with FTMO have been good. Any issues that I have had, they've been quick to respond. They've been able to get back to me with a solution. They're good on emails. For example, as a lot of you will know, it's been quite a quiet period. It's been quite a quiet period for my strategy, and I've not took too many trades. And what I like is with FTMO, they sent me an email saying, just to be aware, your account could be suspended if you're not active because you haven't been active in X amount of days. So they let you know well in advance that, you could be breaching one of the rules. So they're not just trying to get you to lose and get you to fail, so you have to rebuy a challenge. They made me aware. So I just took a really small lot size trade, so I kept the account going, because that's what happened with one of my, I think, funding pips. I had a 50k or no 25k account I was doing with them, but I was focusing on my True Forex Funds account more, and because I was more focused on that, I ended up not trading and was inactive on the funding pips account and ended up losing that account. So I like the fact that they keep you up to date with everything, and in terms of the support, they have been very good. Quick responses. They've got back to you whenever you need it. I haven't needed them too much, but when I have, they've been okay. The only negative I would say so far from my experience from trading is the spreads. A lot of you guys will see, I think it was a couple of episodes ago, a couple of days ago on the challenge that I'm doing, the Road to a Million in Forex Funding, there was a period of time where I took a couple of trades and the spreads were so high, like I was 30 pips up, my stop was like 20 pips away, and I ended up getting wicked out, and the spreads ended up stopping me out when it was nowhere near the actual price. So I messaged FTMO about it, and they got back to me quick, and they told me, the spreads were high, this, that, and the other. So that's one thing that I had to be cautious of, because I was not expecting to be stopped out of a trade that was running at like 2% profit or 1.5% profit at that point, or like 20, 30 pips up. So that was quite frustrating, and I think it's known that FTMO have quite high spreads. So that's one of the negatives. But again, I would sacrifice a little bit of that to have the security or more likelihood that they're going to be secure and they're going to keep your accounts, safe, and you're not going to lose these challenges, or if you have a payout, they're going to pay out. I've not heard too many negative experiences on payouts. I haven't got to that position yet. Again, I'm documenting everything on here for you guys to see, so stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, wait to see when I get my first payout. But from what I've seen from traders that I know and traders that I've seen online, I think FTMO, because they've been around the longest, they've not denied any payouts as far as I'm aware. I mean, there probably could be some specific scenarios where they've denied payouts, but it's not been a big thing where they're going insolvent and they can't afford to pay their traders. They've just partnered with Oanda as well, which is, I think they bought Oanda or they're partnered with Oanda, which is a major broker, which before prop firms, Oanda, AxiTrader, these were the top FCA regulated brokers. So to be partnering with the prop firm is crazy. It's new to this space. So again, all positive signs, and that's why I want to stick with FTMO. A lot of people have been saying for my million in funding challenge, am I just going to stick with FTMO? Obviously, I think the maximum you can get is 400k, but if you pass, they have certain programs once you pass that you can develop. I'll show you now. So as I was mentioning, a lot of people have been saying, how am I going to stick with just FTMO to get the million in funded? How much do FTMO give you? What's the max allocation? I think the maximum you can do is 400k that you can buy, but this is what I want to work my way up to. So once you've got a certain amount so if I go to more details, to become a prime trader with FTMO, you need, what do you need? Conditions. You need an active FTMO account, 4 rewards with at least 4% profit, and no failed accounts in the last 4 months. Once you can acquire this, you get prime benefits, which is 400k challenge unlocked, and 600k max capital allocation. So you can get more allocation. You can't buy it, but you have to, pass this, and you get all these rewards. And then once you've done this, you can become supreme benefits and become a supreme trader with FTMO, which you get 1 million max allocation. So that's the goal. You get immediate rewards, prime. You get massive amount of benefits. Possible job with this actual prop firm as well in house. I'm not too sure about that, but yeah, you need an active 400k account. Process 3 additional rewards with at least 4% profit on the 400k account, just to show you're consistent. And obviously you need to be a prime trader for 3 months. So this is exactly what I'm working towards. I'm working towards to get the million in funding and become a supreme trader. And then from here, I mean, this is limitless, So obviously, again, I'm documenting my whole journey. You guys are watching week upon week, day upon day. So I appreciate the support. If you are getting value, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Get this journey out to as many people as possible. Show a real, true, honest, transparent trader that's documenting everything from the beginning. So it's going to be exciting. I'm so excited for the future, but this is exactly what I want to do. So overall, I'm happy with FTMO. I've not had any negative experience so far, apart from the spread issue, which was sort of, I take responsibility, but obviously I wasn't expecting it to be as high as what it was. So now I just moved my stop just before the close, well above, well away, so it doesn't get it doesn't get stopped out through the spreads, and then I just move it back once the spreads have settled. So that's not too much of a problem. That's a learning curve for me, but again, FTMO, I've never had a problem. And I'm excited. Like I said, look at when you've just seen the journey that you can go on with FTMO. If you guys want to check out FTMO and want to use my affiliate link, help support my channel, help support my journey, and you're going to buy a challenge anyway, it helps support me. Make sure you check them out. Click the link below. People are interested and ask me questions. What prop firm should I use? How do I know which ones are good? This is just my experience. Like I said, FTMO could go bust tomorrow, and it's nothing I can do about that. It's just what it is, isn't it? You can't really do anything about it. Don't know for sure, which is why you should have a personal account too, which is what I build on the side. If you put everything into prop firms and they go bust, there's problems because you're relying too heavily on that prop firm. If you have your own personal capital, that's yours as well. So if prop firms were to go away tomorrow, you've got a personal account. But yeah, overall, my experience with prop firm with FTMO has been good. Hopefully we can get this funded account soon. Keep having good trades, keep progressing. And yeah, I'm excited. So yeah, I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.